боксе есть бойцы с идеальным рекордом, уверенные, непобежденные, неприкасаемые. Но есть человек, который превращал их нулевку в пыль. Александр Усик. Охотник на непобежденных. И сейчас вы увидите, что случается с теми, кто приходит к нему без поражений.
Of Alexander Usyk, the WBC and WBO champion, as this contest progresses.
That
matchup of this magnitude being staged in this venue. You see Gassiev.
He's got to land them bigger shots later on.
Using a simplistic analogy, it could well come down to the volume of World Boxing Super Series rules. There will be a winner tonight. Said that he possesses the mindset, the mind. Magazine belt holder David Hay was so effective against Glowacki. And then Unier Dorticos, he said the system that they employ at the summit up in Big Bear.
Belt to collection to instill a deeper belief in yourself.
Here in round 6 as it was in the opening round. But body shots sometimes.
To slow Gassiev down. Notice Usyk always veers off.
Trying to encourage and constant movement laterally.
He'll stand in front of the heavy bag for hours. Gassiev is your
jolting right jab.
Doesn't seem to do anything unbelievable, but what he does.
Usyk from Murat Gassiev. Remember before the fight of the century in March 1971.
He's going to be a hard night's work for anybody.
And the punch volume just not works when they do it in training. Trying to close the distance against the perpetual motion of Alexander Usyk. And again, making Gassiev miss rather badly. Speaking with his trainer, Abel Sanchez, during the weekend peg. We'll keep an eye on that as the contest progresses. With left hand through the guard once again, but a hard right. Taking up a familiar pattern once more. So, and when he gets moving to his...
be the kind of fighter to come on strong in the later rounds. I don't think he's going to mind losing the first, seeing him against either one of his fighters. He does, but I think he's going to come on strong as the fight wears on.
Oh, beautiful right hand from Gassiev, and he found another thunderbolt that was wide of the mark. The best terms of headshots landed by Gassiev. A big, always circling his opponent, seemingly left hand from Gassiev, and then he digs one downstairs. Opponent to Gassiev trying his own jab but falling short once more. Yeah. Then we've simply met a better man on the demonstrates.
Looking forward rather than pushing Usyk back. What those punches had
been less in terms of their application to their craft. Alexander Usyk, and they're beginning to bamboozle Murat Gassiev, who's then stopped in his tracks by a Gassiev being reduced to single shot attacks to this contest despite the incredible
skill. Stone force is probably now best part 15.5 stone now, and the hand speed is tremendous. Away from Gassiev's right hand, the big power punch. Letting Usyk outbox him like prior to that big one hand himself, but he trains very hard. And he's boxing.
And Murat Gassiev is struggling to get off. Veering from his nose, Usyk's accuracy. But then he comes back with a big right hand, which brings a rousing... Where he was competing as a 75-kilogram middleweight. There's a good left hand to the body.
The punch tempo all with his feet.
Brings a rousing reception from the crowd once again. He'll be looking to employ a similar type of strategy throughout his career.
He's not getting in there.
Got rid of... Oh, the KO with Andrei Kolosov. He's described as a mental coach as Gassiev's corner because Sanchez, he was 17-0 with 11 knockouts as a combination, is mental. He says that the belief in himself is really deepening as the eventual gold medalist. But again, his quality was a... Gassiev almost being reduced to a peripheral figure here in this 10th round, such as the dominance.
To the Olympic Games and all the competitions in between, the Worlds, the Europeans, the multinational one. He's boxed beautifully for the whole fight for 11.
Murat Gassiev, the 14th world champion of Abel, him as Usyk poking away with that southpaw backhand, getting through.
Tremendous.
Both men beautiful and impressive volume. Had similar distressing moments against Marco Huck in the quarter-final over in Berlin. So into the 8th round then. He assumes the same level of professionalism in his opponent that he, Sanchez.
He's boxing almost like a heavy bag. He's there to be hit. Good right hand.
Took European Championship gold 2 years later in Liverpool. Glint in his eye as though he enjoys the relish and relishes combat. Sanchez, the 2015 winner of the Eddie Futch Award. Perhaps the pound for pound #1 in all of boxing at this point, recovering from shoulder surgery. Dominance of the tournament #1 seed.
More vicious with his punches.
Free-flowing, profulent punches.
There again, he's
in a blizzard, but it's pretty close to it when Usyk punches.
The old boxing adage, Ron. When you look for knockout.
A lot of those changes in his corner team, and they share so many similarities. And Gassiev, well, he's Of world amateur boxing with that world championship win in Baku.
The way
bobbing and weaving, pivoting and pirouetting, just moving, remaining committed to the task, still coming forward, looking for the finishing shot. Award as the Boxing Writers Association of America Trainer of the Year.
He pretty much demolished everyone in the amateur round.
Busy with his boxing, and Gassiev is finding it difficult to contend with. But look at the volley of punches he's being subjected to from Usyk. As Usyk gets through with an eye-catching left cross once again. Gassiev with some success as he targets the body effectively once more. Usyk intimating that is to keep the punches up, but he really is a complete fighter. He can box. Alexander Usyk facing his 4th undefeated fighter with a perfect record. Impossible to deter, impossible to discourage. There's a cracking long left uppercut in the pocket. There's a jolting right, followed by another 2 right jabs at the conclusion of 12 rounds up at the Manchester Arena. But look at the manner in which he's been geometric wizardry being demonstrated by Alexander Usyk. Never certain, of course, against a preeminent puncher like Murat Gassiev. Deep into this 12th and final round, the 10-second clapper not audible, and Alexander Usyk gets on his bike as the bell sounds to conclude the 12th and final round. Alexander Usyk
from Riga, Latvia, Mairis Briedis.
So here we go then, the first of a scheduled 12 3-minute rounds in this rapid right jab that he's rifling again, straight between the high-held hands, and a hard left hand to have here just beyond the mid. Both men looking to fight in the space. Usyk, such a wonderful mover with his feet and from the waist, but he's being tapped. He's their first and only southpaw unorthodox fight, actually stepping on the left leg, on the left foot of Usyk. Usyk in a stiff right hand, and there's a mark in this second round. Cross. One to the head, one to the body. Back comes Usyk with a right hook prepared diligently. Lives an exchange of jabs in his hometown of court with. But Briedis producing an inspired performance against the man he has fought of a training camp. Good writing up to be the contest everyone hoped it would. Left cross success for Usyk. Briedis comes back tight. Good right hand over the top from Briedis, and Usyk's tucking up, just a line. Hesitate to call it give and take because both men are working on their defense as well, but an uppercut success on the inside from Briedis. Hook around the corner. The punches coming from the WBC champ. Terrific second round, and the bell hasn't been heard. The men continue to exchange. Final action in the cruiserweight division. That a winner contest is Daniel van der Velde of Belgium. As Usyk, powerful operator, and he has used skill. Of 13 fights without defeat. Top from Briedis. Usyk back before establishing his right jab once again. Just threatened to go around the rear of the head of Usyk. This is absolutely terrific stuff. Fighters to finish strong as Usyk scores with a terrific straight jolting of the fight won. Scores with the right hook around the corner. The heads came together there, and that's why Usyk is rubbing his forehead. He's proven to be back system, takes into account. This lands with a good right hand to the body. Oh, good right hand. Those are these men called in young, hungry fighters to serve the thing so far. Good right hand to the body. Usyk tries to respond with a southpaw left downstairs. For their man, good right jab. He's surrounded by Ukrainian boxing royalty. Maneuvers from him, but then a good two-shot salvo at mid-range from Briedis. Usyk being forced backwards, but now plants his feet and tries to force Briedis back. But Briedis proving impossible. UK sparring partners, unbeaten cruiserweight boxer in just a couple of weeks, and this is a strong portion of the round for Myris Bredis. Usyk spending an awful lot of time covering up, trying to repel these attacks. He comes back with a left uppercut of his own, but it's now. With a straight right jab. Bredis has been made to be uncomfortable, and Usyk is increasing the tempo. All the damage nose. Left drives him backwards once again. He's trying to fight back, but there's less potency. Defeated cruiserweight prospects Mikel Lawal. His fifth round, he spits a fleck of blood, and his head is buffeted by a two-shot salvo. The bell barely audible once again at the conclusion. Mood once again, looking to build on the momentum that he established in training. 2 to 3. Loses balance, partially blocked by the glove, but those two weren't. He would play basketball along with his fellow champions of Alexander Usyk. He's trying to get his own back. Scores with a left hook on the of the WBC champion. Even though he's more aggressive, still operating at an incredibly, conceding that this is the biggest fight of his career. Into round 8 of what has been an absolutely fascinating. Just stands his ground momentarily, gets through with the left. Success in response from Usyk. There's him being drowned out. Right hand to the body. And he acknowledged that cryptic manner that some enterprising creative has turned into it, but rather more expansively, he said, continuing to work his way forwards. Ukrainian WBO champ. Line still bobbing and weaving, still working that right hand, and keenly contested. Pecking behind a left jab, still breathing through an open. Both Usyk and Kenny Bayless intimating that he's to keep the punches up. Good right jab from Usyk. Just beginning to get a swell. That coming together. Usyk scored first with a left cross, then Bredis responded. Somebody is likely to come away with all 4 championship belts. Good left hand over the top. Extract the very best of one. Didn't really put much on it, but it was a scoring shot. Fighters' records that somebody will progress tonight because of the aforementioned. There's a draw. For the WBO became widely recognized to recognize the cruiserweight division. But it became both boxers trying to save himself now, or set himself for one from Bredis, and another shot from the right flank. One hand behind the left glove of Usyk. Took the championship that the other was suited of a place in the final of the Muhammad Ali Trophy, as Bredis lands a cracking for that juncture tonight. And both men fully on display here between these two athletes with perfect records, and still both men punching right up until the final bell. What a fantastic contest we have just witnessed.
Alexander Usyk. Blue ribbon division, second bench.
Looks down to the wrongs here again from Alexander.
Yeah, on the front foot. Now Usyk just creeping back.
Continuing there. This was the time.
Shot.
It's extraordinary. The Fury, 16 years into it.
Just keep poking it out.
And Usyk's been able to walk right up to him.
And so much pride. It's great. Let's get Sergio Mora here, aren't you?
Yeah, just slightly tall.
Yeah, I think so. They'll be looking more intent with the shot.
Move up to though for Fury. WBO, IBO, and Ring Magazine.
Fighting that jab out.
Showing lots of good variation.
Look where Usyk is already. Round 2.
Phenomenal in training, Darren. He really did. And a left hand.
To the body. Try and get Tyson to beat.
It's amazing how Usyk just naturally puts.
First time around, took that jab away. There's a devil in it. Just a quieter period for him.
From Alexander Usyk, wasn't it? Nice right hand though from Fury. Round, it was good work from Usyk, just missing.
Tyson Fury became world heavyweight champion for the first time in dominant. And such a humble guy.
A bit more now, Usyk. I think just to give
a little bit. So he can't react as quick.
Success with hurting Usyk, and you're right.
Fury down. Body pressure on their generation.
And so he should be. Look at this, it's relentless pressure here.
Throw it a bit more upstairs, yet to land with the left.
Vladimir Klitschko, side by side, brilliant with the green and the red of the Jit Fates.
Landed that left up in this third round.
Initially blocked by Usyk.
Both trying to feel each other out, trying to land the big shots. He needs to bring the feet back, Fury. Don't lean back.
In the first fight, both trying to Usyk and Fury.
Yeah, just needs to bring that right foot across.
Usyk, the former cruiserweight, fighting for Ukraine, and a flag bearer.
Look at that left hand.
That's the first time I've seen that.
And it's the first time I've seen from Fury.
Gladiators.
And the presence of body here from Usyk.
Really light on his feet. It's his Fury. And he did.
Oh, lovely from Usyk.
Tonight, Alexander Usyk.
Yeah, he's really on the tip, Fury.
Again, as I say, once he gets that bounce,
Who does all those ripping. Good shot from him. Great round here.
Fury back comes Fury, but Usyk again.
Next there as well from it.
Great question.
This generation lighting up, and the two of them.
Yeah, the powers of recovery from Tyson Fury.
There's the uppercut. Friends to our right, Usyk's to our left. Usyk.
The smaller man in Usyk. The master, Usyk, the spit.
Very aggressive tonight.
landing more, thrown less.
Targets the Fury body with the straight shots. I think that's where
Record only 14 for Usyk. He normally has it. Into the fourth round. And can't like the juggling and the kick-ups and the body shot. This is better than Fury overall. Jab.
Yeah, and he's just stepping to his right.
It's judgment of distance.
That one, Fury comes square on, but lands a nice left
Great.
hook.
Usyk. Tyson Fury. Oh. Left hand.
Looking at Isaac Lowe, the Fury family. Just doing more in the rounds, isn't it? He's having his
Back comes Fury.
a nice jab to the body.
Good doing. What a round on the zone. Darren Barry, what are we thinking? Big swipe from Fury.
Change the level with the jab, then you can look for the right hand.
Holds the shot well, Usyk. That was a fantastic jump from Fury. He's not chasing that, he's walking. All the rounds have been really competitive, but I think
Boxing has been just a little bit stronger,
But they're not as often as
nations, and the mobility side of Usyk.
you see the fights here. And Fury needs as soon as
Fury, does he need one more humdinger? Oh, another left hand.
no, he's not rushing it.
get back to that fainting, that moving, that dipping. See it here. Nice 1, 2.
But Fury's throwing a lot of punches here, doing a lot of work, but it's good.
Nice combination there. Left hand, right to the
Strong finish of the round. The Fury's been brilliant with the jab tonight.
that left hand.
Shot. Terrific display.
Usyk is making sure he's going to get the win.
Dedication. Shot home. Big left hand.
Big left hook, but he's got to be careful. He's got
To Usyk. Sergio Mora, we know.
good 1, 2.
Constant footwork from Usyk. And the press in it to go. But here comes Usyk.
He's got 40 seconds to do something.
He's almost got better and better as the rounds have gone. Cementing everything against the round.
I wish it was. A wet pour off of the face.
Performance again from Alexander Usyk. It's a 3.5 minutes. Yep, to be this light on his feet. The Gypsy King.
Incredible, the conditioning of these two fighters is from
Usyk, beautiful. It will on all three cards.
Man's at all time. Mr. Glowacki, Mr. Usyk, gentlemen, let's do this.
Belief, an undefeated collision of cruiserweights that we can't wait for, Tony.
I've eagerly looked at Alexander Usyk's, reputation
And desperate to impress. It really is a good one. Such a tasty affair.
to engage him up close, as you can see here. Good left hand. I've always admired and and looked at him as a.
That's what they believe with Usyk, but this Glowacki is tough.
You've got the brute force and power of Glowacki, and then you've got the skills, the fast feet and power.
It's a really good start this from Usyk. Jabs and a lovely left hand by
As
Usyk.
it goes along.
This will get more exciting. Stay tuned because the excitement is coming. Lomachenko had against Orlando Salido, but he took it on.
Smile through the gum shield as if to say, I'm in control here. Rat-a-tat with the punches. I'm enjoying myself here. And if he packs up Glowacki
I
day,
mean, he's doing it his way,
as if he believes this is the party. This
Will
is
cross somewhere down the line, but for now, this is his night, his first test. And Krzysztof Glowacki is the world champion. Eagerness to impress. He will meet Glowacki head on.
punish Glowacki as he comes in.
He was getting off body shots quite early.
James Ali Bashir in the corner here in Poland, in Gdansk. The WBO defense going for the record, that 14th to Krzysztof Glowacki, who's coming on strong now, which he won't want to give up. Certainly not on home soil in front of
His southpaw jab, he's popping it off, he's finding a few left hooks and left hands in.
Fight goes on and on. He's going to need to come up with, and put in place.
eyes, Dave.
Usyk's got to box, he's got to keep it long, he's got
You've got to remember as well that although he got through that fight and beat Marco Huck in the big...
He's got great, fantastic footwork. It's the counters he must be very careful. That was very close to
Glowacki too much.
Look how mobile Usyk is for such a big man. You notice he's starting to drop that right hand. As a rule, he likes to have that great feet, great balance, just keeps floating around that ring. They're good body shots.
Glowacki's had his moments, and there's a long way to go. Under those elbows of Usyk, he can be hit, but there he goes with a right hand back.
Usyk must be wary of these counters. These are good body shots, fast hands. Studied them and watched previous fights. Good overhand left there from Glowacki. Going the body will show a later combination from Alexander Usyk.
Get Usyk down and try to show him who's boss,
In
Tony.
the amateurs and in the pros, he punches through the gloves, he pulls your gloves down.
Cut by the right eye.
He is putting the pressure on. He needs to get Usyk into a dogfight, and he needs to make it an up-close affair early.
Digging his feet into the canvas a little bit more.
He's finding quite a lot of... He's got to bang that body around, and he's got to really take the risk.
Deontay Wilder, and this is what Glowacki's going to have to do.
Quite a lot of good counters on this round. He's letting Glowacki lean in, fall short. Stiff and slow, and that's the problem that he's...
Well, we're already into the 8th round of this, and it's been...
Right as a champion either, But just looking at Usyk, he's started bearing the jab now. He's jabbing to the
Trade-off
body.
we might get just soon.
Is there a time, Tony, where you really good shots landed, particularly the body ones, eye-catching, and the
Like I said, only fault I could make if you just use the jab a little bit more. Glowacki,
next down, because the punches, Tony, are coming from different angles, and the speed is impressive in the middle, trying very, very hard to land some clubbing
Usyk
hooks,
comes
but
back.
back with a
something
body.
that Usyk has got in them shots, and it's made him a little bit weird. That was a good body shot left hand on there.
Sharp and fast, and he exits after his attacks as well. So it's going to be harder for him to counter when he's coming forward.
I was with Johnny in the Austrian mountains where we got a sneak preview of Alexander Usyk when he was sparring with Vladimir Klitschko. I know he's a big fan, and you can see why.
And maybe this is what Glowacki's waiting for, because he knows Usyk's got fast hands, good feet. So far, so good.
It's been a boxing exhibition at times from Usyk.
Yeah, and this is why I believe that Usyk's going to put his foot down on the pedal. It won't look to
Brave
this.
champion, Glowacki.
It shows Adam who's the boss, and I think he's looking for...
And the ring movement of Alexander Usyk, you may have a chance to up it.
There is.
Some good uppercut.
There is, Adam, and I feel that Usyk now hitting harder than people can imagine that he's hitting, and it's stopping Glowacki working. you know, all out and nail him.
Usyk and the come forward desire and the punches thrown, especially with the left hook.
And the technician, superior boxer with great feet. It's very, very hard to implement what you need to do. Look how he's loading up on all those shots, but did anything land there?
And a wry nod from Usyk to say, yep, I'll give you that one.
And I think it's all well and good saying he needs to do this, he needs to do that, but ultimately
through his career.
Yeah, he's a tough man. He's a very, very tough man. And he's
here on Sky. We're delighted to agree.
He loads with everything. That's a nice little short combination.
Big right hooks. He's doing pretty well this round. They're the keys for Glowacki. He has to nail him with body shots. He has to take the fluidity away from
attack from Glowacki.
A body shot again and one to the head and roughing up.
I will say is he's got to be careful on the inside though. He won't have had much inside.
Tony, I think Glowacki's getting quite a few power shots off this round.
It's an enticing division. Denis Lebedev obviously has a couple of belts. Tony, you have the WBC version now. Late on in the 12th round. No failing down the stretch. But never refusing to wilt. And the come forward attempts, and he's got him there, Glowacki. And down goes Usyk.
I think it was a slip.
Robert Bird.
Yeah, slip. It's caught Usyk, but Usyk's always had an answer. He's always come back with something.
He's always been the last to reply in the trade-offs. Yeah. Let's hope the earmuffs don't spoil this one, eh? You know, he's obviously going to see
even his power shots look even
left
slower.
hand.
Tremendous amount of passion and tremendous amount of bottle to stay in there now, get back. Good counter shot as well. Who's the boss in there physically when you see guys getting manhandled and thrown back to the ropes? Knocking the head back. You know, and he's, you know, Glowacki has stayed in there, he's stayed patient and he's had a go, but ultimately, you know, the more classier shots and the eye-catching punches have come from Glowacki.
Final round. It's been an extremely good crowd on their feet, willing their man Glowacki on to retain his title.
See once again there. That one got home.
Yep, drills himself forward. You never know those.
He looks like a man that's trying to get into a fight rather than a man that believes that he's bossing a fight.
And it really is a tremendous effort, but again he gets so experienced as an amateur, Alexander Usyk. And can Krzysztof Glowacki come on strong to get in the inside schedule win? Glowacki.
You see all these counter punches that he's throwing are falling short, and that's a good 4-5 point. A big star welcomed to the crew because that's a great 1-2 there from Usyk. Adjusting that angles a bit. They're good shots from Usyk. Hitting when he's on the floor there, which shows a sign of desperation. It really, really does. And
the chin of Glowacki, who's so hardened in this game.
Glowacki's shown amazing amount of durability in this contest.
What a true champion. Is he going out on this sword here late on? 5 seconds left. They both go toe-to-toe. There'll be huge respect.